Viviz to drop second EP next month. Girl group Viviz will put out its second EP next month, the group's management agency said Thursday. The EP titled Summer Vibe will hit various music services at 6 p.m. on July 6, Big Planet Mate said. It will be the first release from the band since its first EP, Beam of Prism, in February. The trio aims to become the new summer queen of the K-pop scene, with the new EP, after returning with a more mature side, the agency said in the release. Viviz debuted in February with Beam of Prism, led by the song Bop Bop. The group consists of Yoon He, Sin B and Ji, all from the now disbanded girl group gfriend. Singer Lee Mu-jin drops first EP since debut. Lee Mu-jin, up-and-coming star best known for Traffic Light, on Thursday put out his first EP since his debut 4 years ago. The singer-songwriter debuted in 2018 with Walk, but first appeared in public on Sing Again, cable channel JTBC's Rebirth talent show for unknown singers, at the end of 2020. The 21-year-old rose to fame when the video clips for some of the songs he sang on the show, including Is There Anybody, Whistle and Dream, went viral on YouTube. Although he finished the show in third place, he later became more popular than the top two contestants, captivating viewers with his unique soulful voice and modern yet classic vibe. He then swept music charts around the country with Traffic Light, his self-written first single released in May that year. He later released 4 more singles, including their assignment song, and sang on the original soundtrack of several popular TV series, including Hospital Playlist and Now We Are Breaking Up. My life has changed too much after my TV debut, because I skyrocketed to fame in a day with a cover song, presented in Sing Again, Lee said during a press conference held at a music hall in Southern Seoul hours before the release of his first EP, titled Room Volume 1, at 6 p.m. This album contains the story of my life before that happened, he added. Room Volume 1 is the first part of his new album series, under the common title Room, according to his agency, Big Planet Mate. Asked why he named the series Room, Lee explained the rented bedsit, where he lived to attend a college in Ansan, 42 kilometers southwest of Seoul, came to his mind when he tried to think about things that could best represent his life before gaining fame for the album. He is now on a break as a student from the Seoul Institute of the Arts to work as a singer. My bedsit was the last stage and place of my life before my TV debut, he added. It was the time when I enjoyed the most freedom, full of raw emotion. It was a place like the last springboard for my growth. The album consists of 5 songs, all written and composed by Lee. Leading the album is Reference, about a young man's declaration to be a bad listener to numerous advice from those who like to meddle in other people's business, but are not true teachers. Lee also contained his autobiographical story, ranging from his childhood, to when he prepared for a college entrance exam and to after his success as a singer in 4 other tracks: Astronaut, Practice Room Number 8, Greedy and Bedsit. When I studied vocal music at college, I received so much advice from people who say this and that, and like, the trend of the vocal market is not like that. I think vocal majors tend to be exposed the most to such meddling among those who study music, he said, laughing. Whenever that happened, I always wanted to say, what do you know about this? But in the song, I toned it down and said I would keep their advice as reference, to be polite. Asked about his secret for writing songs inspired by his everyday life, like Traffic Light, Lee briefly answered, a diary. I've been keeping a diary for 6 years, which has been the biggest influence on the style of my lyrics. Beautiful and poetic lyrics are in fashion now, but I try to escape from the trend as much as possible, he said. When I write poetic and beautiful lyrics, I rather make efforts to convert them to be more like a journal, he added. Lee said his life goal is to remain as a humane artist. I want to be remembered as a singer-songwriter who left fairly good music and songs people can relate with, he added. Director Choi Dong-hoon returns with sci-fi fantasy Alienoid. Filmmaker Choi Dong-hoon will return with the new sci-fi action fantasy Alienoid, 7 years after the hit historical film Assassination, 2015. Alienoid proceeds with two parallel stories. In the 14th century, during the Goryeo dynasty, 9181-392, a group of Taoist magicians search for a legendary divine sword, while aliens appear in present-day Korea to chase after an alien prisoner confined in a human body. The two different worlds of the 14th and 21st centuries start to connect with each other as the gates of time traveling open due to a mysterious force. It is one of the most anticipated films in the summer vacation season for its star-studded cast, including Kim Tae-ri, Kim Woo-bin, Ryu Jun-yeol and So Ji-sap, and crew members, including production designer Lee Ho-jun of Parasite, 2019. The director-writer, who has many box office hits under his belt including Tazza, The High Rollers, 2006, and The Thieves, 2012, said in a press conference in Seoul on Thursday, the Alienoid is a realization of his childhood imagination. Aliens are my childhood favorites. They made me feel excited and sometimes frightened when I was a kid, the director said. I've hoped to actualize my childhood imagination, along with Korean traditional fairy tales, on Taoist magic. To put aliens and Taoist magicians together, the director chose the sci-fi fantasy genre, clearly different from his previous fact-based historical drama Assassination, which drew 12.7 million moviegoers in South Korea. It rather looks like his 2009 action fantasy John Woo-chi. In Alienoid, two separate stories collide. The one that we hope not to happen, and the other one that we hope to happen, he said. This is my definition of sci-fi and fantasy genres, respectively. The fantasy film style is applied to the story for the 14th century Goryeo with Taoist magicians, while present-day Earth with aliens and robots is featured under a sci-fi film frame. Choi noted that he spent a lot of time and efforts to blend the two genres and time and space settings into one coherent story, as the extreme disparity would make viewers feel uncomfortable. I thought we can find something interesting from sharp contrasts, he said. In order to express that effectively, I wrote the script for 2.5 years. And during filming, I tried hard to show the clear disparity in a more natural way. He said it took a total of 5 years since he started writing the script of the film, that was shot as one but will be released in 2 sequential parts. Alienoid is the first of the 2-part series. The parts were filmed simultaneously over a total of 13 months, marking the longest production period for a Korean movie. Alienoid will hit local screens on July 20th. 2 new BTS songs on Billboard singles chart, yet to come at 13. 2 new singles from the BTS anthology album Proof have entered the Billboard's Hot 100 main singles chart for this week. According to the latest chart unveiled Tuesday, US time, Yet to Come, the main track of the album, debuted at number 13 and Run BTS, also off the same album, at 73rd on the chart. Released on June 10th, Proof started on top of the Billboard 200 main albums chart for this week, despite the group's recent announcement of a pause in major group activities. The album also topped the top album sales, top current album sales, Tastemaker albums, Billboard Canadian albums and World Albums charts, while Yet to Come landed on top of the Billboard Global XL, US, Digital Song Sales and World Digital Song Sales charts. BTS also returned to number 1 on the Artist 100 chart with the album. The South Korean group particularly dominated the World Digital Song Sales chart, taking the top 15 spots with its songs. Yet to Come is a medium-tempo alternative hip-hop song that reflects on the K-pop septet's past and present, and an optimistic invitation to the future as the band celebrates its 9th anniversary this year. Dog, a producer, composer and lyricist for the BTS agency Big Hit Music, as well as members RM, Suga and J-Hope, participated in writing and composing the song. Industry insiders say, although the new songs did not make it in the top 10 of the coveted Hot 100, their debut high on the chart is still meaningful for tracks from an anthology album and Korean language songs. Billboard, in particular, changed its rules of the Hot 100 and other charts this year, to count only one digital sale per customer per week. Run BTS succeeded in entering the chart even though it has never been performed on the stage of a TV music program. Including the 2 songs, a total of 25 BTS songs have charted on the Hot 100. Of them, Dynamite, Savage Love, Life Goes On, Butter, Permission to Dance and My Universe, a collaborative single with British rock band Coldplay, have sat atop the chart.